Good morning, it's 5:30 a.m. I just woke up to start my ER shift today. I'm obviously still trying to wake up. I'm pretty tired this morning. As you can see, I am 33 weeks pregnant. Still chugging along, trying to make it to 39 weeks. So here is my food lineup for the day. I start out with my breakfast right here in this container. I eat that in the car in the parking lot before I go in. It's a nice hot breakfast of eggs and millet and rice, one of my favorites. And then I've got my hot tea drink that I was talking about earlier. And for snack later in the day, I always bring some homemade muffins made out of coconut flour and sweetened with chocolate chips. I love them. And then gotta have some good old kombucha. I can't live without it. Then this is my lunch, which I'll eat whenever I do eventually get a lunch break, and then a protein shake, because I've found that waiting until after I get off work completely to eat dinner is a big struggle. So this protein shake helps hold me over until I can get home and get my kids to bed and actually sit down and eat dinner. I'm finally packing my bag to walk out of the house. So I've got my Monster water bottles so that I remember to drink at least most of that throughout the day. And then my backpack full of my nursing supplies, my extra snacks that I always keep, these almonds and some yummy dark chocolate pretzels to just bring a little spice in my life if I need to pick me up. And then of course my badge, which I'm about to put on. I'm about ready to go. I'm pulling out ready to leave for work. One thing about working in the ER is that you truly never have an idea of how your day is going to go. Obviously, because you're just getting people coming in off the street and you don't know what your assignment is going to be like. So I have found that at least having really good food and snacks and drinks throughout the day that are healthy and nourishing and things that I can look forward to, and typically things that I have at the same times every day actually do provide me with a little bit of structure and of course nourishment and something to look forward to that I know is actually going to happen, since pretty much nothing else is guaranteed on my shift in the ER. Generally speaking, I prefer the day shift option of ER, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. versus, of course, night shift or even mid shift, which could be like 8 to 8, 9 to 9, 11 to 11, 12 to 12, something like that. And the reason I prefer that is because at least the mornings in the ER generally tend to be a little bit more chill before people start pouring in, and then anything after 11 is just crazy, you can expect. And so, I mean, of course, the mornings are never guaranteed to be slow and nice, but I at least like to have the option that they might be. I personally like to arrive to the hospital a little bit early in time to eat my breakfast in the car, just so that I know I have a guaranteed quiet space, eating my food in peace and not being rushed at home or anything before I actually walk in for my shift. So I'm about to eat my favorite breakfast on work days, which is millet and eggs. It's very filling and has lots of protein to help me make it at least a few hours before I need to eat something else again. So I'm on my lunch break now. I normally have 3 patients. That's how it is throughout the whole ER. However, I had the opportunity to move over to our nurse practitioner hallway mid-morning, where I'm going to see patients who are less acute. The nurse practitioner is going to be the one who sees them primarily instead of the doctor. So it's kind of a nice breakup in the routine, especially being pregnant and getting more tired and wanting to just sit down more. It's nice to be in the hallway for a little bit of a break, although instead of having 3 patients, I usually have 4 or 5. So there is more to keep up with. There is more turnaround, getting people in and out, but it is a different kind of clientele and different types of people and problems to work with. So also still interesting and good experience. I'm driving home from my shift, finished the 12 hours. I had a pretty good day today. I definitely felt my baby move a lot, which was exciting. I had a revolving door of patients today, meaning that they're constantly being admitted and discharged. I saw like a kidney stone and sciatica pain, UTI, and even all the way up to a finger amputation that the surgeon actually did in the ER room, which was super interesting. Never seen that one before. Overall, I'm really thankful for the experience that I've gotten by working in the ER for about a year now. I've seen so many things that I would never otherwise have seen if I didn't go to the ER. There's just no way that I would have ever seen the bizarre things that walk through that door. However, I will say that the ER can definitely be an intense place that is hard to keep up with, just because you never know what you're going to get, and you don't know what your assignment's going to be. You don't know if you might be coding a patient immediately, or if you're going to get super easy patients for a while and then all of a sudden a really hard one. You just never know what you're going to get. And one thing that makes it easier is having a good team of people who can help each other out when we do get more intense patients all of a sudden. That's something that I've appreciated, because that team of people is not usually near as accessible when you're just a regular floor nurse. The ER really has to work together. I do think that the ER is probably not for me long term, just because it is pretty taxing and takes a toll on you mentally and physically. You really have to be top of your game all the time, constantly thinking about what could happen and being ready to act really fast. I think that the ER is a fascinating and unique area of nursing, and I definitely recommend it to anyone who is interested. My biggest advice is just to know how to take care of yourself whenever you are working, both when you're on shift and when you're off shift, because it is an intense environment. You do need good recovery time afterwards, and you also need to do your best to fuel your body with good nourishment, with adequate hydration, and all of the good things while you're on shift, just trying to control as much as you can control so that your body is able to stay balanced and not be under too much stress to where you can't sleep at night and stuff like that. When I get home from work, my kids are usually super excited to see me, and they run up to me and give me hugs and say, "Mama's home, Mama's home." Obviously, ER nursing while pregnant can still be done. I'm 8 months along and still have a few more weeks left to go in the ER, and I'm still rocking it.